Hi, today we'll be taking a look at how we can take care of our mental health. So let's get talking. Welcome back. My name is Sianoki. I'm a Ghanaian clinical psychologist and I make videos on mental health and daily life concerns. Kindly support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Our mental health and our physical health are closely related. They have a reciprocal relationship such that a disturbance in one can affect the other. So whenever we have a poor mental health, for instance, and if you've not watched my previous video where I differentiated between mental health and mental illness, maybe you should just take a look at that so that you can understand this concept very well. So when we have a poor mental health, it's a risk factor for us developing a chronic physical health. Okay, in that same way, people with chronic physical condition are at risk of having a poor mental health. Whenever we say something is chronic, what we mean is a condition that can only be managed. Okay, it cannot be cured. So a condition like diabetes, like asthma, like high blood pressure and others, those are conditions that can be managed and not be cured. And for us to understand how to take care of our mental health, we need to know the link between the mind and the body. In a previous video, I spoke about, our brain and the various parts of our brain and the role that they play. You can check that out. So knowing that our physical health and our mental health is closely linked can help us take proper care of our mental health. Now, most of the things that we do to take care of our physical health can also help in taking care of our mental health. So the two important things that I'll start with, there are others, but the two important things that I'll start with is our physical activity and our diet. Physical activity can help us in so many ways in dealing with our mental health. Whenever we exercise or whenever we are active, we don't only take care of our physical health, but we are taking care of our mental health. Regular exercise helps in boosting our moods and it also serves as a distraction. So in case you are worried about something, there's something that is beating your mind, whenever you make time, to exercise, it serves as a distraction. And when we talk about exercise, it doesn't necessarily have to be a rigorous activity like signing up, at a gym and then going all the time. It can just be house chores. It can just be gardening. You wake up, even if your room is not dirty, just take a broom and sweep anyway. You find rubbish. You get me? So doing something, putting things together, moving up and down, just being active, can also count as physical activity, and it can really go a long way in helping with our mental health. Whenever we eat properly, not only are we taking care of our physical health, but we are taking care of our mental health as well. The brain needs a mix of nutrients in order to function properly and stay active. So when we consciously take care of our diet, we check what we are eating, it is going to help our brain stay healthy. And while at it, please do not abuse alcohol and drugs. The next thing I'll say is for us to practice gratitude. It is very important that we learn this act because life can be very overwhelming. We can be bombarded with so many things here and there, but then there may be some good things that is happening in our lives as well. But whenever there are things that are not going well, maybe something that you so much want, something that is so much desire, and it is not working for you, it sort of overwhelms you and overshadow every other good thing that is happening. So if you don't take care, you may think that life is not worth it, there is nothing good in this life for me. But then when you pay a critical attention, you take your time, you take a pen and a paper, and you start writing down things that you are grateful for, things that are happening in your life, you would definitely find a number of them. So what we encourage people to do is to sort of focus on all the positive things that are happening. Because when we focus on the negative things, when we keep meditating on them, when we keep thinking about them, the problem even it continues to look bigger and bigger. But then if we start looking at the positive things that are happening in our life, we start thinking about them. Oh, I'm able to do this, I'm able to do that, I have this, then you start noticing that there are some great things, there are some great things that are happening in your life. And the economists will say that man is insatiable. You want this, you feel like, gosh, if I get this, I don't think I'll ever need anything again. This is all I want. This is all I want in my life. This is all I want. And you're ready to do anything for it. But then you get it and you realize that you want something more, or you want something else. That is just how life is. So if something is not working well now, I'm not saying that you should run away from the problem. No, you are trying to find solution to the problem. You are trying to deal with the problem. But you are not going to let whatever it is control your life. You get me? You are going to look at the positive things that are happening and focus on that and dwell on that and keep moving. While the negative one, you do your possible best. There are certain things that we cannot do anything about. We just hope and pray that time, deals with everything. And the ones that we can do something about, we take steps to, work on them. Another way we can take care of our mental health is by spending time with friends and family. I keep saying that social support is crucial in dealing with our mental health, and I'm not going to stop saying that. You hear that most of the time, because basically that is it. We need each other. We don't live in isolation, so we need each other to be able to deal with our issues. Sometimes when you're overwhelmed with something, okay, and then you make time to talk to another person, you realize that a lot of weight is lifted off you. You feel better. Okay, so obviously and of course you should be someone that we trust, someone that we are comfortable with. Okay, so try as much as possible to surround yourself with positive people. Have people in your contacts that you can reach out to in times of trouble, people that you can feel vulnerable around, cry when you have to. It is very important, and especially in this part of our world where psychologists are not many, and because of stigma, people are not even willing to see psychologists. Then those who are willing to, it may be very difficult to access one. You get me? So make use of your close relatives and family. Share your issues when you have to. Reach out to them when you have to. Sometimes it's okay to even go out with a friend and catch up. Just go out, step out, get some fresh air. But I know because of COVID, we are not able to do as much as we used to do, spend time, but then you can just leave someone a text message or call the person. Yeah, and that'll go a long way to help. Next thing I would say is for you to regulate your social media use. I have a video on that, so I'll try and link it. It was on my other channel. Now, I personally do not like to start my day with social media because it slows me down. I don't know of you. It has become automatic because almost everything is happening online. So we get up and the first thing we grab is our phone, and then we are checking. By the time we realize, you see something, you are distracted here, you go here, you go there, and your day, and as you are scrolling up and down, your mind is comparing. You get me? So if you feel like you are not being productive, or you feel like, oh, maybe you are not where you are, you want to be, and you see other people posting their nice things there, it may just affect your mental health. So for me, I don't start my day with social media. I try as much as possible to put my phone away, far away from my bed, so that when I wake up, that's not the first thing I am going to grab. You get me? And so you may want to structure a healthy routine, like you get up, maybe some 5 or 10 minutes exercise, or sweeping around, or putting your things in order, having a productive day. And then once you've had a productive day, you just pass time with social media, see what other people are doing, how you can support your friends, and how you can also share your exploits. That way you become satisfied. Honestly, you see what other people are doing, and you really appreciate their efforts, like, oh, you're also doing well for yourself. But if we end up wasting all our time, scrolling up and scrolling down, where we are not even doing anything better, then it's sort of, starts affecting us. that is how it is. So I'll just encourage that we should regulate our time spent on social media. Now, the final thing I'll say is for you to take a break. Honestly, take a break. Take a break from everything. If you have to take a break from social media, please do. Take a break from work. If you have to ask for a leave or something, please do. Just go somewhere relaxing. I find the beach to be very, very relaxing. I can watch the waves over and over and over again and not get tired, and the sound and the air that blows, it's everything for me. So if you have that opportunity to just go somewhere where you can clear your mind, where you can relax, do so. Okay, it's very, very important. Like, don't be too hard on yourself. Sometimes we are just too hard on ourselves. We are human, and we will not be able to have everything figured out, which is okay. So just accept that and then do what you can do. Honestly, these are some ways that we can use to take care of our mental health, and there are more. Every now and then I'll just come in and then I'll just share them with you. Thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you again in another video. Stay safe.